there, YMCA. My name is Shauna, and I'm with the Northwest Cary YMCA. And today I'm bringing you some gentle yoga, just a little extra something to do in your body when you start to feel those aches and pains from daily routines. I spent the weekend doing some gardening and lifting those mulch bags. Did a lot of damage to my low back, so some twisting, some low back supports today. We're going to start just in a simple easy pose, so that's legs crossed. I don't think easy pose is always that easy. And so if you find that it's not comfortable for you, if you have a pillow or a block, you can set that block underneath your sits bone or that pillow underneath your sits bone. And what that does is it opens up the hips just a little bit more. Before we actually get started, if you have any blocks at home, you can use the blocks today. Maybe you want to grab a couple pillows. And if you have a strap at home, you may want to grab that as well. If you don't have a strap, a hand towel or a face towel will work just fine as well. So from right here where we are, I'm just going to go ahead and close our eyes. And as you close your eyes, start to find your breath. Soften your jaw, soften your neck, relax your shoulders. Notice your breath working its way into your rib cage, down into the belly. The neck relax, the shoulders drift down. Just notice what your breath is doing in your body. And maybe hinge your shoulders forward just a tiny bit, creating a little bit of sensation in your low back. And push your shoulders back in line with your hips. Take that a couple times. Your eyes are welcome to flutter open, just shifting your chest a little forward and pushing your hips a little back. One more time, shifting forward and pushing back. From here, you can rock the shoulders side to side. And begin to draw circles, letting your shoulders first come to the left and forward and to the right and back. Notice how that feels in your waistline, your low back. Pause and take those two rotations the opposite direction. You may find this creates a lot of sensation in your outer hips. That's okay. Inhale, reach your palms up high. Interlace the palms together over the head and push the palms upward. Let your shoulders soften down your back and extend the palms up high. And take a big reach over to the right, feeling that stretch in your left rib cage. Push down into your left sits bone. And then back through center, take it the same way or same posture, opposite side. Nice, come back through center. Push forward, round your upper back. Tuck the chin in towards your chest, navel towards spine. A little rounding in the back and let it go. I don't know about you, but my legs need a break, so go ahead and straighten your legs out for a moment. Take a shake. We're going to come off that block or that pillow if you're still on it, letting your legs be long. Hug the right knee in toward the chest. And find both sits bones rooted down. Flex through your left foot as you hug that knee into the chest. If this feels okay, you can stay here. If you want a little more intensity, you can cross the ankle over the knee. coming to the ground on the opposite side. Still hugging the knee toward the midline of the body, rooting down into your sits bones, reach up, and take a twist over to the right, letting the left hand settle down to the knee and the right hand come to kickstand behind you. Feel how your rib cage pulls back and you just twist, glancing over the opposite shoulder. Come to counter twist. Let the hands come to the ground. Just take a little twisting here. Bring the legs forward to straighten. Give them a shake out. And hug the left knee this time in toward the chest, making sure that both my sits bones are fully rooted down. I'll start to hug the knee into the chest and flex the opposite foot. I may choose to stay here. Each side of my body is different, or I may choose to take it a little bit deeper, feeling the sensation in the outer hip. If it doesn't feel right, go back to the original posture. Hug it in the midline, root down into your tail, reach up, and twist over to the left, kickstanding this time, the left hand letting the right hand come to the knee, a left, right elbow come to the knee. Looking over your shoulder. Countering that twist, just coming to gaze the opposite direction, letting the fingertips come to the floor. And arrive back through center. Bring the legs to straighten, shake them out. Bringing your body onto your mats, legs long. We're going to roll all the way down. You can choose to keep the legs long and activate a little core, or you can soften at the knees and still activate the core as you travel your way down all the way to your backs. Pulling the knee into the chest. Take some rocks side to side, and then circle out your knees, massage your low back. And then reverse the circle, massage it the opposite direction. Let your right leg come long and hug just the left knee in toward the chest. Roll out your left ankle a couple times and rock your left hip left and right a few times. Take your left footprint to the ceiling. Bring your hands down by your side. Feel your low belly pull in. You can soften through your knees with a nice little stretch in the hamstring. Bring your hands up to your knee. Lift your chest and start to pull that leg closer to your chest. Bend the knee. Soften the shoulders, let that leg come long, take a stretch. Hug the opposite knee into your chest, roll out the ankle a couple times. Rock the hips side to side. And then push the footprint to the ceiling, let the hands settle down by your thighs. Bringing your hands to your knee, lift the chest, pull the knee all the way forward to your chest. Do that good hamstring stretch. Bend the knee, straighten the leg, rest the chest, take a big morning stretch. Hug the knees back into the chest, the hands find the space behind the knees. We're going to roll up and down the length of the spine a couple times, just a nice little momentum. Come to seating on the top of your mat. I want your right shin in front of your left for this round. Coming back into that easy pose, feel the freedom to use a block or a pillow underneath your sits bone. And take the hands and interlace them behind the base of the skull. Keep the elbows wide for a moment. And as you cradle the base of the skull, push up through your base of your skull so that you lift up somewhat through your chest. Then begin to tuck the chin in toward the chest and begin to wrap the elbows around the ears like earmuffs. Just rock the neck side to side. The hands relax, bring the neck back to neutral, and simply take your right ear and begin to place it onto your right shoulder. You can take your right hand and sit it top the temple and encourage a little bit of a deeper stretch. Maybe even pushing into the fingertips of the bottom hand to create more sensation. Back through center, other ear, other shoulder. Taking your hand to your temple, stretching through, maybe pushing into the fingertips of the grounded hand. Come back through center. Reach the palms up high and take a little hinge forward at your hips, not all the way. You're going to push your sits bone back down. So you're creating some sensation in that outer hip, maybe a little sensation in the low back. Inhale back up. Exhale, hands down, straighten the legs up. This time the shin comes to the front. You're going to notice this creates a different sensation or different feeling in your body, depending on where you feel it in your hips. Same postures, elbows to base of skull, elbows lifted, heart lifted. Oh, stretch the neck. And then wrap the chin toward the chest, elbows toward the ears. You can tick-tock, looking left and right a little. And then come back through center. Bringing the ear to the shoulder, the hands to the temple, pushing down into the opposite arm. And come back through center. Let's take it to the other side. And back through center. We reach our palms up. Take that little hinge forward. When your sits bone lifts up, push it back down. Feeling that in the hip a little bit, a little different sensation maybe than last time. The opposite side potentially. Come back to center. Let the legs simply come to straighten in front of you. Shake them out. And bend the knees again. Root down into your sits bones. Hands find the back of your thighs. Open your shoulders and lean your chest back. This is a little boat pose, just a very, very simple posture. If you'd like to advance this posture a little bit, you can bring the toes off the mat. If you'd like to advance it even more, you can bring the heels off the mat, shins to parallel the floor. Keep the shoulders pulled back, advance it even more. Hover the hands. We'll take 3 breaths. 2 more. 1 more. Hands come down, let the legs settle down, and windshield wiper your knees left and right. We're going to come to a seated posture. Grab a hold of the strap and bring the strap directly in front of your shoulders. Pulling the strap apart, pulling your rib cage back. We're going to lift the strap and then lower it back towards your chest. Lift the strap and lower it back down. One more time, lift it up. Extend the length of your arms, broaden the shoulders, and take a little reach over one side. And then a little reach over the other side. Come back through center, pushing your hands down as you pull the strap apart, really feeling that in the shoulders, potentially in the back. Let it all the way down. Keep that strap or that towel close to your mat. We'll need that again in just a moment as we swivel our bodies and come back to recline. From that reclined posture, we are going to take the strap and we're going to hook it around our right foot. Push the right foot to the ceiling. So you're holding on to that strap or to that towel. Your opposite leg can be bent, or you can extend it depending on how it feels in your body. Continue to pull that knee closer to the chest. Relax the shoulders down to the mat. Come back through center. Let your left hand settle on your left thigh, grounding down into your thigh. Begin to open the right foot. Now, when your hip starts to fall over and you start to put too much weight on your left hip, I want you to ground back down, all the way down and evenly into both hips. Draw it back through center. Take your left hand, hold the strap, bring your right hand, tee out from the shoulder, and just scissor the thigh over your body a little bit. You'll start to feel an outer hip stretch. Squeezing those thighs inward, maybe even flex through that rested leg a little bit. You're going to feel this a lot in your glutes and the outer hip. Come back through center, bend the knee, maybe hug it out, roll it a couple times. And extend that leg to bend, bringing that strap to your left foot. Push the left foot to the ceiling. Keep your hips and heel level to one another and really ground down through the low back. Keep the shoulders grounded and start to pull that heel towards your face or pull that foot towards your face. You can extend the bottom leg if it feels okay. Lengthen that leg high. Bring your left hand to the strap. Bring your right hand to ground down to the hip and start to open up the leg. As you start to roll onto that hip, really ground down into both hips equally. Arriving back through center, switch hands, bring that left arm to tee out from the shoulder and find that little hover of the foot so that you're getting an outer hip stretch right here. Stay mindfully soft in your knee. Squeeze the inner thighs together, maybe flexing through that extended bottom leg. Coming back through center. Hug the knee in toward the chest, release the strap. Rock it side to side. Bring both knees to chest. And once again, hands find the back of the thigh. Roll up the length of the spine. Hope we're feeling it all right. We're going to extend the legs to straighten at this time. Using the strap or the towel once again, we're going to hook both feet. We're going to bring the elbows wide and lift up the chest. So you can shift and shimmy a little bit so that you move that extra flesh out of the backside to kind of get that sits bone more rooted down. Stay flexed in your toes, stay lifted in your heart, and just bend the elbows without folding or rounding the back. You're going to feel sensation in the hamstrings. You're going to feel sensation through the toes, maybe the feet some. That's good. That's where you want to feel that sensation. Slowly come back up. Let that strap come to rest. We're going to play a little bit with our feet. Finding, once again, I'm rooted down through my sits bone. My hands can ground down so that my chest stays lifted and my shoulders keep pulled back. I'm just going to take both my toes and point them. I'm going to point them so much so I want to see if my toesies can come all the way to the floor. Then I'm going to flex and I'm going to pull my toes back to my nose. This may even lift the heels off the mat a little bit. And then point. got some dancers out there, I'm sure, former dancers out there who are really enjoying the footwork. One more time, point and back. Come back to neutral. Relax the shoulders, bring the palms forward, and we're going to do the same thing with our hands. We're going to point the fingers forward, and then draw the fingers back with a flexed wrist. Point the fingers forward, draw them back. Show me those beautiful manicured fingers. One more time. Point it forward. Spread your fingers wide, and then draw back. And soften down. Give your shoulders a roll. Bring your palms turned up to the ceiling, and we're going to tap our shoulders. And forward. Tap. And forward. Tap. And forward. One more tap. Reach up. Tap, reach up, tap, reach up, one more, tap, reach up. Set your hands down, soften and relax the shoulders a little bit, bend the knees. We're going to come back one more time to recline. We're going to slowly start to unravel these postures. Bringing the knees into the chest and rock side to side. Place your feet down on your mat as wide as your mats. Bring your hands to tee out from your shoulders and let your knees fall side to side. Noticing any shaking or shimmying or any adjustments you need to make to your back to get your back grounded. And as your knees fall over to the right, let your right knee fall to the right. But take your left knee and see if you can bring it nice and even from your hip, stretching that outer hip line. If anything is uncomfortable, it doesn't feel right, don't do it. You want a deeper one, you can heel toe your left foot off the mat even further so that you've got that nice straight line from your hip to your knee. Maybe you want a deeper sensation, you can reach down with your left hand and grab your left ankle, pull your left foot closer into your glutes, even a deeper stretch. You're going to bring it back through center and just wash the heels of the knees side to side. Let them fall over to the left-hand side this time. So give you a better view of what my knee is doing here. I'm going to crawl this foot off the mat a little bit, stretching through that hip line so my right hip and right knee are in line with one another. As I mentioned in the last slide, if you want a bigger sensation, you can always grab the foot with your hand and give it a little tug toward the glutes. This may be uncomfortable, this may be something that doesn't feel right in your body, then don't do it. Your body, your practice, your choice. Slowly come back, washing the heels, washing the knees side to side. Pull both knees in toward the chest, but this time take your hand and find the outsides of your feet. Your elbows are inside your knees, and I'm going to open my heels up wide so that they're stacked in line with my knees, and they're even wider than my shoulders, and I'm just rocking side to side in that happy baby. From happy baby, I can bring the bottoms of the feet together, lengthen out the legs, and let the hands settle down, resting my shoulders and my back into Shavasana. Let your jaw relax. The neck and the shoulders rest. Take the deepest breath you've taken all day. And open mouth, sigh, let it go. Taking just a few moments in this posture to settle and ground the body. No rush in your body, no hurry in your body. You are welcome to stay here as long as you like. You can begin to draw your knees in towards your chest one last time. Rock it side to side, and sit upright, bringing your legs to cross one final time in today's practice. Inhale, reach your palms overhead, and exhale, bring them to your heart center. Thank you for allowing me to be your guide today in your yoga practice. The light and the love in me greets and honors the light and the love in you. Namaste. Thank you so much, YMCA. I appreciate the time that we get to spend together, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your